In a previous video, I reviewed this new VerZop comfort ratchet that comes with these impact rated sockets. In my previous video, I showed all of the sloppiness in this fit and I said it was okay. When you consider how sloppy this is compared to a Japanese Koken ratchet and a Japanese Koken socket, the perfect precision of this fit makes the Vera look really bad. This is a Tone socket made in Japan on the same Japanese Koken ratchet. It's rock solid. So the play that you're seeing there with these Japanese sockets, it's in the head of the ratchet. There's no play in the Koken or the Tone socket between the socket and the drive. So if you just wanted to know if the Tone and the Koken sockets and the Japanese ratchets were really good, yes, they're really good. Now, getting back to this, I need to point out some things that I failed to point out in the previous video. I always have tended to put the ball detent in this cross bore. So this hole is actually a cross bore. It goes all the way through the socket. And I have always, until today, I have erroneously associated this with this kind of a pinhole that is not a through bore. The walls on the inside are smooth. There's nothing catching any ball detent in there at all. Okay, so I've always tended to put the bore over the detent. I've always associated these bore holes with ball detents, but that's not correct. This crossbore is actually for a pin that goes all the way through the square drive anvil of the ratchet. There's different systems. There's plastic clips, there's metal clips, there's the O-ring and pin style where you put an O-ring, you put the pin through, it locks it onto the anvil, and then the O-ring locks the pin in there. I have never seen that done. I just learned about this today. I never understood that this groove is a feature and that this crossbore is a feature. So anybody out there that actually uses the crossbore pin system, please comment. I'm curious what the applications are. Is that an aerospace standard? Is that for manufacturing equipment? What is the use case for that? I've never seen that done. So this is the Vera data sheet for these sockets. These sockets are made in Taiwan. And this ratchet is made in the Czech Republic. So is the VerZop. So when I put the socket on here and I show all this sloppiness, what I should be doing is turning this way and showing you this. There's far less play this way. So we've got these holes for the through pin, but Vera machined the detents on the other two sides for the ball detent. And that's going to give you a lot less play. So now that I've cleared that up, these Vera sockets are actually quite good. This is an impact socket. Let's set that aside. This socket from Vera is also made in Taiwan. It has a crossbore, the half crossbore, it's not a full crossbore. And they have the groove for an O-ring. So again, if I take the crossbore hole and I put it on the pin detent, the sloppiness is pretty bad. But Vera, on all the other three sides of this socket, they machined the detents and the fitment is much better. There's none of this axial sloppiness, but there is a little bit of wobble, but it's much better. Vera branded Taiwan sockets are not the worst thing in the world. They're not as good as the Japanese ratchets and sockets, but they're pretty good. So why did Vera put impact rated sockets in a set with a ratchet wrench? Well, I think what they were going for was aesthetics. Maybe I'm wrong, I'm just guessing. I think it does add value to the set. So how does the Vera socket fit on a friction ring impact? It's excellent. It's very good. So what if we put it on like this? Yep, it's sloppy that way. Let's give it a quarter turn, put it on, and it fits much better. There's no axial play. It fits really nice. These sockets by Vera, made in Taiwan, these are good sockets. Back to the non-impact hand tools. We know that the fitment on the Japanese brands is excellent. Koken ratchets and the Tone sockets and the Koken sockets are excellent fitment. So what else fits well? This is a Blackhawk by Proto. I believe this one is made in Taiwan. It is not marked made in the USA. I think somebody in Garage Journal said it was made in Taiwan. I don't know if that's been verified, but it's probably made in Taiwan. Let's take two sockets. This is a Husky USA socket made in the USA, and this is a newer Husky. After they moved their manufacturing overseas, I believe they moved that to China. I think somebody said that on Garage Journal. They seem to know what they were talking about, so I'm going to go with it. We're going to put the non-Husky USA on the Blackhawk ratchet. And we've got a little bit of wobble there. It's not too bad. We don't have any axial play this way. If we take the Husky USA, there's less wobble, so it's better fitment than the new Husky, but it's still not as perfect as the Japanese examples. Okay, what if we take the Husky USA, put it on a Koken? It's perfect. We have the same perfect fitment as with the Japanese sockets on the Japanese ratchet. USA made sockets from Blackhawk and Husky USA fit as good as the Japanese sockets on the Japanese ratchets. What if we take the Husky USA socket and put it on the VerZop Comfort? That is really good. If there's any play between the socket and the drive, it's very slight. I believe the play there is in the head of the ratchet. That's really good. What about this Cyclop? Yeah, look at that. Same socket, Husky USA. So these are both made in the Czech Republic. This one has better fitment than this one. So this is a cobalt ratchet. I don't know where this is made. It's going to be Taiwan or China. And then this is a Proxon, and this is made in Taiwan. So if we take this Husky non-USA, that's pretty sloppy. Husky non-USA, put it on the Proxon. That's pretty good, but there's a little bit of sloppiness there. Okay, what about the Husky USA? That's really good. That is really good. The play that I'm feeling, I believe, is in the head of the ratchet. I don't think I'm feeling any play between the socket and the drive. Okay, what if we put the Husky USA on the cobalt ratchet? So Taiwan can make a pretty good ratchet. Vera can make a good ratchet, and they can make a sloppy ratchet. Okay, what about all this over here? This Vera quarter-inch Cyclop is also made in the Czech Republic. We've got a Vera socket. Let's see here, we're going to rotate that. There's quite a bit of play there. What if we put a Koken socket? It's much better, much better. These Koken sockets made in Japan are really good. If we put it on that, lots of sloppiness that way. Still very sloppy. Here's a Proxon. This would be made in Taiwan, I believe. This is a Tecton 1/4 inch ratchet, 14931. Don't know where it's made. Koken socket is really good on that. The play I'm feeling is in the head of the ratchet. Here's the Proxon socket. Here's the Vera adapter. Pretty sloppy. And then here is the Vera socket. Pretty sloppy. Let's take the Tone with the adapter. I'm guessing that it's made in Taiwan. I take this Koken socket. You can see the sloppiness is in the adapter. There's no sloppiness between these two pieces at all. That's excellent. Okay, if we put this Vera adapter on here, you can see that sloppiness there. Oh, there is a little bit of play in the Proxon there. Okay. Okay, and then there's the Vera socket on there. Alright, if you stuck with me this far, this is the Vera Cyclop 1/2 inch drive, and this one is also made in the Czech Republic. So here is a Japanese made Tone adapter. Here's a Proxon T60. Here's another Vera adapter. And this is a Blackhawk USA. That is really good. That is really good. Is that as good as the Tone? Yeah, I would say Tone made in Japan and Blackhawk made in the USA have excellent fitment on this. This Facom S360, I don't know where it's made. The Japanese Tone, that wobbles that much. Here's the Blackhawk. Oh, the Blackhawk actually feels better on this one. Yeah. Yep. Okay, what about the Vera? Gets pretty sloppy on there. Same as this one. Okay, what about the Proxon? Proxon feels good on there. Yeah. The Proxon and the Blackhawk are the best two fit on. Yeah, for whatever reason, the Blackhawk and the Proxon fit the best on this one. Go figure. All right. So that is a ton of information. The Koken stuff made in Japan is very good. The Taiwan-made Vera-branded impact sockets are quite good, especially when you're using them on an impact. They don't have the precision that other higher precision sockets have, but I think that stands to reason. I hope that I'm fairly and accurately representing these tools, and I hope that I've given you information that you can use instead of just giving you my opinions. I'm still waiting for more of the new Vera 2024 products to come in. They're on their way. Stay tuned, and as always, thank you for watching.